In 1961, the youngest elected president in American history stepped into the White House looking strong, confident, and unstoppable. But behind that confident smile was constant pain. Behind the speeches that inspired a nation was a man battling illness, doubt, and the crushing weight of history. This is the story of John F. Kennedy, not just the president who promised the moon, but the man who refused to surrender to his own limitations, and what his life teaches us about courage under pressure.
Before the speeches, before the presidency, Kennedy was a sick child growing up in Brookline, Massachusetts. He suffered from chronic illnesses, extreme fatigue, and later was diagnosed with Addison's disease, a life-threatening adrenal disorder. Throughout adulthood, he endured severe back pain and multiple surgeries. In private, he relied on braces and crutches. Yet the public never saw it. To the nation, he was vitality. To himself, he was enduring pain daily. Invisible struggles often build visible strength. In 1943, during World War II, Kennedy commanded PT-109 in the Pacific. A Japanese destroyer rammed his boat in darkness, splitting it apart. Injured and exhausted, he swam for hours through shark-infested waters, towing a wounded crewman by gripping his life vest strap with his teeth. For days, they hid on small islands before rescue. This was not presidential power. This was raw responsibility. Your title doesn't define you. Your response in crisis does. In 1960, America faced Cold War anxiety. Kennedy ran against Richard Nixon in one of the closest elections in U.S. history. During the first televised presidential debate, something shifted. Nixon appeared tense. Kennedy looked calm and composed. Television rewarded presence, and Kennedy understood the moment. He won by a razor-thin margin. He was 43 years old. When your moment arrives, calm confidence changes everything. Just months into office, Kennedy approved the Bay of Pigs invasion, a failed attempt to overthrow Fidel Castro. The mission collapsed. Instead of blaming advisors, he accepted responsibility publicly. I am the responsible officer of the government. Failure didn't destroy him. It refined him. Owning failure builds trust faster than hiding it. October 1962. Soviet nuclear missiles were discovered in Cuba. For 13 days, the world stood on the edge of nuclear war. Advisors urged immediate strikes. Kennedy paused. He chose a naval quarantine, buying time for diplomacy. The missiles were removed. War was avoided. Emotional control under pressure is power. At Rice University in 1962, Kennedy declared, "We choose to go to the moon, not because it is easy, but because it is hard." The U.S. was behind in the space race. He reframed fear into ambition. In 1969, Apollo 11 landed on the moon. His vision outlived him. Choose difficult goals. They expand you. By 1963, Kennedy publicly supported sweeping civil rights legislation. He addressed the nation. This nation will not be fully free until all its citizens are free. His stance evolved. Leadership grew with him. The Civil Rights Act would pass in 1964, after his assassination. But his moral shift mattered. Growth toward courage
defines character. Kennedy served less than 3 years. He was assassinated on November 22, 1963, in Dallas. Yet his influence shaped generations. Why? Because he didn't wait to feel perfect. He didn't let illness define him. He didn't let failure silence him. He didn't let fear shrink his vision. History remembers courage, not comfort. Kennedy once said, "Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country." Today, maybe the question is simpler. What can you do, despite your limitations? If this inspired you, subscribe for more cinematic stories from history's most resilient leaders. Comment below, what challenge in your life is asking you to grow?